Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 22nd to the 28th of 28th to the 22nd of March. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information is in there for you. Also, please remember that time is fluid, so this could have already happened, could be happening now, or could be happening sometime in the future. And also please remember, these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there. So just take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Okay, so Aquarius, what have we got going on? What have we got going on? Okay, so can't describe. Actually, my eyes are leaking, and I don't know if it's because I'm picking up on someone's energy. I don't think there's no allergies in the room, and it just started before I started the reading, which is very strange. Okay, so a tower moment for you. Oof. Whatever situation this is or has been, it's brought about instability. It shook the ground that you walked on. I say walked as in past tense because they're saying that I'm going through the energies that you'll be going through, so I feel that this is in the past. Yeah, it's been a quite tumultuous time, I would say. This tower shook everything up in your life, whatever that relates to. Okay, but from this energy here of everything falling down and almost like I feel like having to start from scratch for some reason. Everything's fallen down. So, and they're saying it's not just love, it's career, it's family, it's where you live. Whatever tower moments happened has touched all aspects of your life. Wow. Okay. So, moving forward from this tower moment, we have a very definitive energy here of the Queen of Wands, wanting to move away from the tower, wanting to move away from instability. So getting yourself into a lovely space of confidence moving forward, very confidently starting. It's almost like starting a brand new life, moving away from this energy here. It is beautiful. Setting fire to the world, almost trailblazing. It's almost like clearing the path ahead of you. You don't want any obstacles in the way. Very confident, very creative about how you move forward. But don't mess with her. She's got this wand. She's saying, don't come to me with any nonsense. I'm not having it. I've had enough of that. So yeah, very confidently moving forward. Putting in the time and effort with something or someone now. Six of Pentacles. It's very confidently moving towards someone and saying to them with this Prince of Wands energy here, very swiftly coming in, let's get going. I'm here. Look at him moving towards wherever he's going. It's almost like I feel, and that's so strange, isn't it? And I don't know why, but they're giving me backwards for some reason. I think if you look at these two cards here, she's very defiant, sitting there, okay, but it's kind of like this leg here is cocked out. It's kind of like she's going to stand up and leave on that leg. I don't know why they've asked me to focus on this, but anyway, she's almost like saying to people on this side, don't mess with me. So she's not looking straight at us. She's looking to somebody on this side of her body. But he's moving towards someone, but it almost feels like somebody from the past, don't mess with me, I'm off. But it also feels like, or past situation. But with this card here, it almost feels like you're going retrograde for some reason. You're going forward but going backwards. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it gives me a sense of reconnection with somebody from the past that you want to put some time and effort into a situation with. Could very well be this Tower moment here, but we'll have a look at the rest of the cards. But the Prince of Wands is very kind of like fast moving energy. He's a little bit sassy, I feel, a little bit. Time is of the essence, I need to move forward. He's very sort of enthusiastic. He wants communication, but it almost feels like there's a challenge in there as well. I don't know why. I feel that there's some resistance. There is, you're almost like warding off resistance from moving forward with this wand here. You're telling this person on this side here, no, I'm off. I'm trailblazing for the future. But also it feels like this. It is somebody from the past that you want to come and communicate with. It is going to be a challenge getting there though. So it says to me it could be a situation that just never got off the ground, or could be whatever it is, a situation that you left many years ago or many months ago, however it relates to you. But there is a challenge here and you're up for the challenge, putting in the time and effort now. So the challenge is getting this connection or relationship to a better space, to reconnect, but wanting to communicate with enthusiasm. Gorgeous. Okay, so what else we need to know? Oh, Prince of Cups here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so yeah. Very steadily coming in. It is somebody, I feel it is somebody from the past. You're coming towards them or going retrograde to say, look, I'm putting in, I want to put the time and effort in now. Let's get going. I'm in this Queen of Wands energy. And it almost feels like a renewal. Because we've got the Prince of Cups here as well. So if you look at him, he's actually moving forward. So I feel that that's you going retrograde, going back to a situation, back to somebody from the past, I feel. Prince of Cups here, offering a cup. So messages, very fast flowing, very eager to send this message out, Aquarius. And it is a friendly message. He's got, you see this horse here, he's got his head bowed. It's not upright. He's got his hand, it's high, take my cup. And it is friendly, fast flowing communication. You're very eager to reconnect with this person, I would say. So, King of Pentacles, look at you. And almost like, yeah, from this message here, I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. Look at his foot on there. He's very defiant. I want to create solid foundations with you. And this is what this guy is saying. I'm here to stay. I'm not going to move away anytime now. It's not here today, gone tomorrow. I want to put the time and effort into this now. I want to make this fruitful. I want a new beginning. I want to reconnect. I want something that's solid and tangible. I want the Nine of Cups. I want to celebrate with you. Wow, what beautiful reading. And we've got Serenos energy here. So, Aquarius, you are almost like you're in magician mode, but Serenos is a very potent type of energy that you're in at the moment, and I feel that's why you're very invested in coming back around to a situation to make it solid and saying to the other person, I'm here, that's it, I'm not going anywhere, just through those tiny messages. So Serenos talks about a force awakening within you, and using that force to integrate it from the spiritual world into our 3D world. So in effect, you're creating a situation. You know that the energy that you're putting out, what energy you do put out, has effect and cause and effect. Okay, so if you're looking at a situation through the eyes of love and you want to move towards someone, and you repeatedly think about that person, it is manifestation, but you know that whatever energy that you put out will come back to you. So you are in the right space energetically to get this off the ground. You need to be able to almost like temper that force though, because I feel that if you don't balance it out, you can send energy in a very fast flowing way towards someone. If you say, I don't know, to manifest something, you have to have consistency. Okay, so you consistently look at, I don't know, we'll say for example, a photo of a dream house, say. I'm just going to use material words because it's just easier. Photograph of a dream house, and you put that on a like a mood board. Okay, so repeatedly you look at that in the morning for a couple of minutes, it's there, you're reminded of it, that's my dream house. And that's how manifestation works. You do it repeatedly and you look at that situation positively. Okay, if you say look at that dream house for an hour and really, really, really intently look at it and focus on it, but then don't come back to focus on it again for another 2 months, say, and then focus on it for 4 hours, the energy that you're putting out is not consistent and it can be overwhelming. So be very mindful of that when you're manifesting somebody back into your life, or you're using the powers of manifestation, so looking at photographs or revisiting situations that you've shared, etc. When you're doing that, do it on a very consistent level, okay, because the other person will feel energy shifts, especially if you're in the Serenos mode here, which is huge. If the magician comes out, it's going to be even doubly potent. So I'd be very mindful of where you're putting your energy, because the other person will feel overwhelmed. They'll wonder why they're picking up on all these signs and synchronicities and this energy coming towards them. So it says about consistency, and that's also echoed, okay, with this Six of Pentacles, putting in the time and effort now to get this situation, to reconnect, to get it off the ground. But be very mindful about where you put your energy if you're focusing your intent on someone. Okay, so I don't know why they've asked me to explain all of that, but anyway. Dear. It is the powers of manifestation. You have to think in high vibrational terms, which when we look at situations, anything that we want in life, okay, or we want to reconnect with, we look at it through the eyes of love, not lack. The universe picks up on that energy. Okay, if you look at things in a negative way, you will cause an effect. You will in effect invite negativity into your life. Oh, yeah, wanting to move towards, or wanting to get this off the ground like it was yesterday, and moving away from this energy. You're very determined to move away from this tower moment, and I feel reconnect with someone. Now, it very well could be this tower moment here, whatever's happened in your relationship or connection, but it is a reconnection. but wanting to move forward. I feel in a very tempered way there, like we're in Serenos energy now. So you're going to have to do it. You want to rush off to them, but you just can't. You have to wait for perfect timing. You have to wait for perfect timing. What else does Aquarius need to know? What else does Aquarius need to know in this reading, please? Ooh, okay. Oh. So I feel this Tower moment, whatever's happened in the past, it's almost like the Stealer of Hearts. It is the Thief card in the Tarot, the Five of Swords. It's almost like I almost feel like a person came in, there was a connection, and this person almost like stole your heart, stole everything from you, left you feeling desolate. So whatever this Tower moment is, I think it is connected with a situation that just shook your foundations. It's almost like they're giving me the sand, and they're scooping it away from you to make a big pile for themselves, and you're standing on bare concrete. However that resonates, it's just an image. But they've taken everything from you. So it says to me, has been a long time kind of like recovering from this situation here. I feel you've had to really work on yourself, Aquarius, to come out of this situation. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. What was they saying about reconnection and challenges and working through things? So here today, I'm not going anywhere. I want to celebrate with you, moving your energy towards this person, Serenos mode, moving it very cleverly between your knowing yourself, your spiritual side, and the 3D. But also with this here, the Prince of Wands is up for a challenge. Okay. It's very enthusiastic about why? Relight my fire's just come into my head now. That's so ridiculous. Honestly, the things that they give me to relight a fire between you and someone else. And if you have a look, okay, Six of Pentacles is about giving time and effort to a situation where perhaps you didn't give time and effort to that situation in the beginning, and that's why it's dissipated. Okay, so that's the challenge I feel coming towards them, or coming back around to them. It was due to inconsistency, and it feels like it's almost like this energy here bobbing in and out of a situation. This could be what you've done to someone else and not necessarily what's happened to you. It could be you stole something from someone, their love, it's just stealing. It sounds awful, but stealing energy, stealing something from them. So it could be that you promised them something or intimated that you wanted to have something, like create a situation with them, and then you just did a cut and run. So this could read both ways, so take it as it resonates. It's either you being inconsistent and just bobbing in, saying to someone, let's get going, and then just leaving it. This could be the other person's energy. Not necessarily, but it's however you want to read it. These can be vice versa or interchangeable. So I normally read just for you, Aquarius, but I feel that has to be heard today for some reason. So the Tower moment, it could have happened to the other person, you stealing whatever it was or not being consistent. It gave them a Tower moment, and that's the challenge. How do you get over this Tower moment? How do you put time and effort into this situation? How do you reconnect? It's however it resonates. So yeah, Queen of Pentacles, look, she knows she's going to get some obstacles going forward. There are going to be some blockages. You are going to get some resistance because in effect you are going retrograde. So she's got this foot on this stone here. you would have thought that it impedes her in some way. She can't sit on this throne straight, but actually uses it to her advantage. Because she's banging this drum, she can put her foot on this and use it as leverage to help her to grab hold of the drum and bang it in a different way. So coming towards this person very enthusiastically with Prince of Wands, but also knowing that you are going to get some resistance and being able to work through that energetic resistance. And I feel that's why you've been all are in Serenos mode. You know that you're going to get some resistance, so you're working through it very cleverly. But this Queen of Pentacles here does talk about you putting time and effort into a situation, being very nurturing, moving forward, taking care of yourself, of other people. It's just creating a very, very strong foundation for the future. And coupled with this King of Pentacles here, it almost says to me, you see this as a divine union. This is your partner, your divine partner. Wow. What else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Aquarius in love. Aquarius in love. Aquarius in love. Aquarius in love. No, too many cards. So yeah, this situation here, I don't know why they keep having... they keep making me focus on it. It could be a situation that you created, okay, in the past with someone, or it could have happened to you. It's however you want to interpret it. Whatever's happened though, moving forward, you do want to... Ooh, hello, sexy. You do want to lavish abundance on this connection. I do see it as a reconnection though. The Ace of Cups actually opening up and telling them exactly what you want for the future and what they mean to you. Creating a very stable situation, but very loving, because you're being very open now. Whereas it says that you haven't been in the past, because we've got the Six of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles energy here. And this Prince of Wands wanting to create a situation. So I feel that when you do actually send that tiny message, look, we've got the Two of Wands here. You're standing proud on the hill, the bare bones you, and even when you come in as this Ace of Cups, telling this person exactly through dialogue exactly what they mean to you. There you go. Everything starts to get so much better. You're actually not hiding anything. You're not being the thief in the night, just bobbing in and out. You're being consistent. You're telling them exactly what they mean to you. And you do want something that's very fruitful, very sexy, very intimate. You want to lie naked in the shrubbery with them. You want to create a very loving situation. You do love this person. I feel that you have a tremendous amount of love for them, but you've probably never shown it for some reason. However it resonates. It could be that this situation here could read, okay, that this is a situation that you really wanted and that you're coming back to. And perhaps this person here, the one that's caused a tower moment for you and stolen everything, was the reason why you took your focus off this one here, which is the one that you want. Okay, so we've got the Justice card here. So we've got Libra energy very definitively coming in and saying, I'm cutting away that way of life. I'm cutting away the past. And it feels in a very legal sense. So it could be that you are or have been in a committed relationship with this person that's caused a tower moment. It could be that you are legally cutting that, as in divorce. However it resonates, you're getting rid of that way of life, that energy that surrounded that situation. Even if you're not in a committed or marriage situation with this, whatever this tower moment is, it talks about cutting it away from your life now. no more of the past, but moving very speedily forward, very confidently, I would say. Even though the reconnection is quite tiny, but that's okay, because you're coming in as very enthusiastic but very loving at the same time. So it says friends, and with that horse's head that's bowed in the Prince of Cups, I almost feel like this reconciliation, and I do feel it's a reconciliation. It's almost like, forgive me for what I've done in the past. It's asking for forgiveness. I want to be friends again. But actually you want more than friends. But coming towards them as a friend, saying to them, wow, oh, I've missed our friendship, just getting it back on track, just reconnecting, and I feel as a friend. And the reason, like I said, reconciliation, it is a rebirth of this situation. It's been very dark where you've been echoed with this tower and this Five of Swords. You're sick of being in the dark and you want to come out of that tunnel of silence, and you want to bask in the glory of sunshine. And you do see this person as, or situation, as having all of those facets. So I feel moving forward, you're in a heck of a better space than where you've just come from. It's been quite taxing, I feel, on your energy. More confirmation that it is somebody that kind of like a divine union, a soulmate, could be twin flame, could be, but however you want to interpret it, it is your other half. You do see them as your divine partner, the other half of a relationship. So King of Wands, very, very, very determined to get this going, very determined, but also using the power of the Queen of Wands here. So determined in how you're putting your energy out to create a very passionate new beginning with this person, but also coupling it with this kind of like sexiness here. You're softening it, but very determined nevertheless to make this a reality, to get towards this person, to speak from the heart. I feel with that Chariot card as well, it did say to me that you want to, or have been, of the mindset of moving forward for some time, but you just didn't know how to do it. And now with that Serenos energy, it is about reconnecting on a very, I would say, friendly level, and then opening up your heart. But you do want to rebirth this situation. You want to breathe new life into it. Where you're coming from, you're definitively cutting that out. Yeah, Two of Swords. So deciding what to do. Do I leave this? Do I move in a different direction? I think I need to move. And the Ten of Cups. And this is what you want. Ultimately, it is the ultimate family life situation. You want emotional fulfillment. You want something that's very nurturing, very forward moving, very loving. Very loving. You take care of each other in this connection, and that's what you want to do. You want to take care of the other person as well, not just yourself. But I think that this Ten of Wands here, it is a burden. So perhaps you've been thinking about reconnecting for some time, decision on whether or not to, but it has been a burden. You've been carrying this burden around in your heart and mind, and wanting to reconnect now. You're of that mindset, that energy shifting away from negativity. You're making a definitive decision to cut this situation out and leave it, bury it. It's gone to bed. You don't need to revisit that situation. You don't need to sit in emotional turmoil anymore. So it does say to me that you've been thinking about reconnecting with this person for a very long time. Anything else? Yeah, and there we go. We've got the pen. See, so it could very well be this legal situation and wanting to create this situation here. you've been left out of the party. You can't join in with this situation. That's why it's been quite, I would say, slow moving, or it's been on your mind for some time. The decision whether or not to put this burden down. What do I do? I can't join in with this person here because of, and I feel it is a legal situation, would have ramifications on an outcome, a legal outcome. And I think that's what the Tower moment is. I can't connect with them, and it's almost like I do see that as your energy now. You've left the situation, whatever this is. It was almost like, I was going to say, the creation of something. You wanted to create something, but then you had to do a cut and run. However it resonates, it has been a burden though, because you can't speak about this situation, not being able to connect. It's a loss, it's desolation, not being able to connect with your divine partner. And the moons come in to kind of like shine a light on your hopes for the future. And this is a hope, this is what you want, this is what you're hoping will happen. You're moving your energy into creating a situation, a rebirth situation. So the moon comes in from this situation here and says, so there's that Two of Swords decision. What do you need to do? What's so fearful about this? What's so fearful? You need to move through that energy. Let's reconnect. And how you do it is just by messaging. It's a tiny message. It could also read that the moons come in to highlight things that you don't already know, and perhaps there was an epiphany moment along the way to get you to revisit this situation here. It's almost like saying to yourself, oh crumbs, yeah, okay, that's who I need to be with now. But I feel that definitively you are moving away, you're moving through fears that hold you back, because there is going to be some resistance with this connection here. It is going to bring about some kind of blockages, but you can work through those. You're of the mindset of, yeah, we can work through anything. I'm here today, I am not going anywhere at all. It is beautiful energy. Anything else? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. So it is, like I said, is something from the past. You're waiting, and I feel there is a waiting period. You have daydreamed about this as well. I'll come back to those cards in a moment. But we've got the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. So you want something that's very fruitful, it's got a lot of growth in it, that is stable. And I feel stability is the most important thing for you. It's not here today, gone tomorrow. It's very emotionally fulfilling. It's has tremendous growth for the future, and you're looking towards something, reconnecting with someone that will last you out the rest of your days here on in this earthly realm. But it is something from the past. We've got Seven of Pentacles. So you're waiting. It's almost like seeds well planted. Atemporary. In the other tarot deck I use, it's a seeds well planted to temporary pause in action. Here in this in the Druidcraft deck, it talks about the same kind of energy. It's almost like waiting for those, with those tiny messages, waiting, wanting to reconnecting, and waiting for the right time. And it is about perfect timing to reap those the harvest that you're creating with this Serenos energy and this Prince of Cups and Prince of Wands energy, in order to open up and tell this person that you love them and that you want a relationship with them. So I think that you're of the mindset of connecting as friends and then seeing how it goes almost. You do see this as divinely guided. It's a divine connection. It is something that is written in the stars. You're supposed to come back to revisit this connection. And you've turned up in your own reading, so you are in your power. It's written in the stars. But you have been daydreaming. The Seven of Cups, almost like creating an imaginary world that you and this person, this situation, you've been daydreaming about reconnecting, about every scenario. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Kind of like your dreams for the future, what you want from this connection. And it is really, I feel, about manifesting. So going through all those scenarios in your head, imagining a life with them and thinking, oh, okay, and almost like picking the one that you think will work. So that plan's going to work. It's almost very pre-planned, but not in a icky way. It's just having a vision for the future and seeing what's the best way around things. So we've got this Queen of Pentacles energy. It does say to me that you've been going through all these scenarios, and I think the most important thing for you though, Aquarius, is it is down to perfect timing, but it is about telling the other person, opening up to them, starting off as a friendship maybe, to open a dialogue and then spilling the beans, but being consistent, being in the moment, and being able to lay firm, solid foundations for the future. What else do we need to know for Aquarius? It's very, the energy in this room is very matter of fact, but I feel that this, whoever's in the room with me, is very much like, yeah, that's what you need to do. But I feel like it's almost, you know what you need to do because you've played all these scenarios out in your head. Ooh, oh dear. Okay, so yeah, okay. So it does take tremendous strength to move forward or reconnect with this person, I feel. You've gone through so many energy shifts. And look, we've got stabbed in the back and the Seven of Swords here. So it does say to me that, okay, the truth of the situation is, for you, over here, there was a very icky connection that you were in. Someone did the dirty on you. And almost like took everything. They stabbed you in the back, they gave you a headache, they stole things from you, and it was almost like they stole your love, they stole everything. But at the same point in time, this situation here was still, it has always been on your mind. This situation, this person, however it resonates. So even that has been a burden. Wow, you've gone through so many energy transitions and are either still going through them, or if you started this journey already, there are so many energy shifts that you're going through. So it could take some time. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like very fast flowing energy, but very consistent. So a Two of Swords, what do I do? I'm losing out. I feel I've lost everything. I'm losing out reconnecting with this person here. Can't do it till this legal situation's dissipated. What do I need to do? The Moon comes in and says, look, you know, you just need to, when the timing's right, just reconnect. And that's exactly it. When the timing's right, just reconnect. We've got the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Swords. So again, moving your energy, and is through the exchange of messages. Okay, so we've got friendly, fast flowing messages that you know is going to be a little bit of a challenge, because obviously it's a revisitation of a connection. Can't find a card now. So Prince of Wands, creating a situation, reconnection. Prince of Cups, very friendly communication here. But we've also got this energy here, which does actually say to me, if you look at those two cards, it's a truth and a rebirth. It's going backwards. See, those two horses are in the same, they're galloping towards the backwards. Wow. But he knows he's going to get some resistance. His horse is kind of armoured up. I know I'm going to get some kind of back chat. I'm up for the challenge. Look at me. I can do anything. It's fine. And this guy here is like, please don't. Oh no. I'm going to have to say it because they've given it to me. And this guy's saying, please don't kick me in the nuts when I come towards you. I'm so sorry. Please don't kick me in the nuts when I come towards you, because I'm coming towards you as a friend. not as anybody that's going to do you harm. Wow, why they'd give me that, I don't know. So Prince of Wands, Prince of Cups, Prince of Swords, but Prince of Swords talks about small bits of truthful communication. So you're not being anything other than truthful. You want to respark this and come in as a friend. So when this person kind of like gets his message, it's going to be, hi, how are you doing? You're asking them about themselves and their situation. It could be the other person turns around and sees the messaging as her, it's all about themselves again. You know, why are you so intent on putting the time and effort in now when you didn't previously? But that's the challenge for you. That's the Queen of Pentacles challenge. That's the Six of Pentacles challenge. That's the Prince of Wands challenge for you. You may get some resistance. You may get that person saying, how can I trust that you're going to be here today, gone tomorrow? Because it says inconsistency in the past. But you're going to have to come in, look, Princess of Swords, a little bit, hi, how you doing? You know, to create a dialogue. Okay, we have to reconnect on some level to get something going. But she's a bit more creative. I think she softens these messages. This very truthful message. It's got a bit of a cheekiness and a bit of sass there. A bit of cheekiness and a bit of sass. It is gorgeous. But like I said, it does take tremendous strength to do this reconnection, to not put this burden down. But like I said, okay, using the powers of femininity and masculinity, you kind of like get that now. How to get the best out of situations, or how to reconnect and get the best out of, or build a situation almost. You have to see it from both sides of the coin. So the Ferrylet card, she cooks up this potion, combining masculinity and masculine and feminine energy in order to create equilibrium in a situation. So nothing's out of balance here. You don't want any of that nonsense. You want it to be balanced. This is why you're coming towards them and being very consistent with whatever energy that you put into the situation. You want something that's very forward moving, very grounded though. You want strong, firm foundations. And coupled with this Serenos energy here, you're on fire, Aquarius. Absolutely on fire. So how do we get to the Ace of Cups? How do we get to the King of Pentacles? How do we get to all of this Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups energy? Well, it is really through just reconnecting in a very tiny way. In a very tiny way. So when you do come in and you start a dialogue, however you do that, it could be through messaging, it could be through a phone call, it could be through anything. Okay, Prince of Wands uses a bit of creativity with his messages though. So it could be that you get friends to connect with you first and foremost, and then you come in and you've got some background information, you've got something to talk about. Even you're finding out about the other person. Six of Pentacles, putting time and effort into the situation now. So it could be that you reconnect and say, hi, I've heard on the grapevine you've got a new job. It could be, not necessarily, but it's creative, isn't it? It's like, I've been talking, and if you think about it, the other person will sit there and think, oh, I've been talking about me with mutual friends. Why would they do that? The question's there, isn't it? It leads in. It's kind of like a doorway in for you, Aquarius. It could be one of those scenarios, I don't know. It could be that you connect on a really different way, but nevertheless, I think that you're having to think outside the box on how to reconnect or how to send these messages. But anyway, regardless of what happens there, the wheel turns in your favour. You've created a bridge between both of you that you can build upon. And I think that that's the most important thing for you, is something that you can build firm foundations with. And you do want equilibrium. So I feel that it is you actually taking the this stance of, I want to reconnect with this person, I want to create this situation, these are my hopes for the future. I do want something fruitful, and I don't care if there's a challenge there. I can work through that. We can work through that. And I think that's most importantly, we can work through that, because you're coming in as that Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles energy, which says that, yeah, you want a union, and it's not just one person trying to work things out anymore. It's actually a team effort. You want to come into a team situation. You want to build a team situation. Beautiful reading. Very strange energy again today, though. Okay, so anything else? We have anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else? I almost feel like a school teacher today, having to over-explain everything. But I feel that it's kind of like, I don't know why, they're telling me, I don't know. It's almost, it's so strange. It almost feels like it's a message for me, but I don't know any Aquarians really out there. Well, I know a few, but none. No, it does seem bizarre. It almost feels like, from the information they're telling me, as a, not as a reader, but as a person, which is even more strange. This is what this person wants. It's almost like it feels, and it's so strange, and I'm going to say it now, almost feels like this person, whoever it is telling me this is what they want with me. How weird is that? I don't know. Okay, so, like I said, I don't think that that's the case, but that's the feeling I get. So it's that's why they're asking me to go through all these messages very meticulously. It is for someone out there in the collective that needs to hear this, but they need to hear it on a very not bish bash bosh level. It's very grounded energy. So yeah, they're making me go through everything so slowly today. 8 of Wands, so lots and lots and lots of communications, Aquarius. That's what you want. And it's the 6 of Swords. You want to move this connection to calmer waters with that boat, but you have been locking all these feelings and thoughts up to yourself. You put them in what is in effect Pandora's box. And the reason for that is because of, and it almost feels like this situation here, it feels like a legal situation, and you can't speak about it, you can't connect with this energy here, you can't tell them anything. There's 4 of Pentacles, so you've locked it away in a box. It's almost like putting a zip on your lips. Though I feel that if that has been the case, and you do see this person as your divine partner, they'll be able to pick up on those energy shifts and probably understand more than you think, because you haven't been verbal in a dialogue. It could be just the energy they're picking up on that and interpreting it as shifts as you're going through a specific event that's causing a blockage in communication. Or it could be with this Serenos energy, you're popping in and saying, don't forget about me. Almost, don't forget about me. I want to communicate with you, but I just can't at this moment in time. And that's almost like the message that comes out. So I think that, Aquarius, you've been trying to send this person your energy in to tell them that you haven't left the party, that you're not going anywhere, that there is a temporary pause in action, that you want to revisit this, and you're trying to do all that groundwork before you come in with these messages, this dialogue. And it's almost like paving the way. It's almost like putting in the time and effort energetically before you've even created a dialogue with this person. So they're not so resistant. If there has been any ickiness in the connection previously. He's gorgeous. But yeah, you do want the 4 of Wands here. So a celebration. You want something that's very committed. I do see that as marriage. You want something that's really, really stable, that sees you out the rest of your days. Beautiful reading. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Oh, okay. Yeah, look at that. So it's coming in with a truth here. So we've got the Ace of Cups. So it's a very truthful, opening up, very, very truthful, emotive time, spilling your heart out, telling this person what they mean to you, Aquarius. But also the Ace of Swords here, which is creating a very truthful situation. And the reason why it's going to be truthful is because you're not hiding anything anymore. You're not hiding the love that you have for this person. You're not hiding secrets with the Moon card here. So I think that you have been quite secretive in the past, perhaps because you have a lot of love for this person, but it's kind of like, what do I do now? So I feel that you have been hiding. You've been hiding all these thoughts and feelings for this person. You've never told them exactly how you feel about them, which is you want a committed relationship with them. And the Six of Wands, you want to be victorious. You want to be able to speak to this person. You want to be able to reconnect with them and have this gorgeous life and rebirth this. Because you do see this person as a very independent person. You do see them as having everything. They're very grounded. They're very nurturing. They're very loving. They work hard. They tick, almost like they tick all your boxes, if you had boxes to tick. But I feel that this person is in tune with you, and you do see them as your divine partner. They hold the same values as you as well, moving forward. And I feel that, I don't know why, but family is what influences your decision to revisit this. Is family. It's nothing to do, I feel it's to do with your own decision, but I feel that family are telling you that this is a good idea. I think that that's what's influencing your decision to reconnect. So you do have family involved in this decision of reconnection, however it resonates. But it's almost like having a chat with, I don't know, children, isn't it? Children or whoever, sitting them down and saying, okay, I'd like to reconnect with this person. What do you think? And the children are going, yeah, just go for it. If it makes you happy, go for it. And it's almost like the green light is go. Once this situation's dissipated, the green light comes in, and the kids say, come on, reconnect. Connect. It's almost like connect, for God's sake. Seriously. Wow. Okay. Bizarre reading, but beautiful nevertheless. But it does feel quite personal for some reason. I don't know any Aquarians out there that would be past situations, perhaps. So I'm going to interpret that as a collective. But it's a very, very, very strong message, and it almost feels like it's personal to me. It's somebody telling me about a situation that they're in. So it's almost like a personal reading, but it almost feels like the message is personally for me, which is strange in itself. Okay. So I'm going to have a look at how the other person feels about you. Okay, so how does the other person feel? Sorry, I can't do this now. How does the other person feel about Aquarius? Having to do these cards this way up, that's so strange, because normally I just use it like, oh, I don't know, perhaps I've got something funky going on with my hands. I don't know. We'll do it this way. How does the other person feel about Aquarius, please? Oh, Queen of Earth, yeah. They're kind of like mirroring you, I feel. Queen of Earth, they want to make time for you. They know that there is a challenge there between both of you. So it does say to me that it seeds well planted. You're going to have to put the past to bed, I feel. 5 of Air. So I think that when you come in and message them, Aquarius, they're of the mindset of, okay, you want to reconnect, so that's fine. And it's kind of like finding out about your situation where you couldn't speak about it. So they're almost like, yeah, I understand now why you did a cut and run. And the Five of Air, an unwise choice, learn what you can from this situation, review everyone's motives. But they're also of the mindset of, in the first instance, because you cut and ran, it was an unwise choice for them to connect with you in the first place, because perhaps they could feel something wasn't right, or they knew that there was more going on than met the eye. And they want to tell you about it. The King of Air, speak your mind with confidence. So whoever this is, this other person wants to tell you that they felt that energy that you were giving out, and it was an unwise choice for them to participate, maybe, when they knew that it's almost like they had the moon on their side. So yeah, it was an unwise choice, and it left them very depleted, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So they sat in emotional depletion through this connection. Like I said, it's a rebirth for you, Aquarius. So perhaps it's you looking at this situation through fresh eyes and knowing that this person is the person for you, but this other person's kind of like, do I go back to that? Do I revisit this? It was a bit of a sticky situation. There was more going on than met the eye. It was poor timing. There was lots of energy in there, and it wasn't focused on creating a situation that was healthy. It was an unhealthy situation. They've got 7 of Water, complex decision. They need to do research, stop procrastinating. They want to find out about your circumstances, I feel, before reconnecting. Because I just don't want the same kind of energetic nonsense again. So we've got this 10 of Air. So I feel that when they do find out, could be through mutual friends, I don't know. However they find out about you being very, I want to get this going, and I mean what I say this time, which is you being very truthful with that Ace of Swords. They're kind of like, their thoughts about the situation start to go a little bit, start to take a turn for the better, I feel. So we've got this 10 of Air. Excuse me. Gosh, it is about communication, because my voice is completely drying up now. 10 of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. So I think the addiction for this person is they still carried this residual energetic burden around with them. So yeah, the 3 of Earth, and I think that when you come in and reconnect, being a team player, they want something that's very it's about you creating a vision for the future, forward movement, the power of creativity, recognition for high quality work. You've never given up on this person's never given up on this situation, even though it's been so frustrating for them and it has stressed them out. They've never given up on it. 3 of Air, great sadness, take time to heal. They've had to heal from this situation. The need to forgive yourself and others. So they've been through the ringer, I feel. Whatever you've started and stopped, Aquarius. And it has led to the 5 of Fire. Competing goals. It says that they were competing with someone else. They felt like they were in competition with someone else. Bothersome details, conflict with others. And it left them conflicted about what kind of person you are or were. It's kind of like a player. I'm just saying, not gender specific, but it almost feels like they knew they were being played. But they couldn't speak about it. They've not spoken about it to anybody. They've not spoken about it to you, anybody else. The 4 of Earth is holding on very tightly to it and just not speaking about it because you just can't. It would bring about a huge amount of instability. It would just muddy waters. What's the point of exacerbating low vibrational energy? Okay, it's happening. They know it's happening. But, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a poop storm and tell everybody about it? Or do you just get on with life? And I feel that they have just got, even though it's been a burden, they've just got on with things. They've just gone, okay, I'm just going to release that way of thinking for the future. And they want to create a very truthful situation. And I feel that they are going to tell you about this truth. They're going to tell you about this situation that's left them a bit depleted, and they are going to open up. So we've got brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. Oh, Aquarius is back. Okay, so a challenging beginning. I'm going to have to speak my truth. I am going to have to open up, warts and all. I'm going to have to tell them exactly what had been going on with me and my situation. The Seven of Air here, plans that need revision. Like I said, it was down to poor timing, and I feel that you want to reconnect with this person, but they knew the connection wouldn't work because three's a crowd, and it does feel like that. They also haven't given up on the situation, reconnecting with you on some level. Now, it could just be as friends, because I feel that, okay, they're having to forgive you for this situation here, and they have. But moving forward, are they going to be able to trust you? I feel that they will, because we've got this Knight of Earth here. So we're trying to buckle down and get things done. Honour your commitments to their own happiness. It is slow moving energy though, so I feel that Aquarius, you're going to have to not jump through hoops, but I feel that you're going to have to be consistent in showing up, in messaging, in putting in the time and effort into this, because I feel the first whiff of you just messing them around or just looking elsewhere, game over. Door shut. So we've got this Four of Air, the time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. So I feel that they wanted to put this to bed. They've wanted to put it to bed for ages, but just haven't had the opportunity to do that because there's no dialogue between both of you. They want to speak a truth, you want to speak a truth. You want to get this back on track. You want this gorgeous relationship, but also they want to tell you exactly what's been happening. And it could be in their life now. They want to tell you exactly what's been going on in that period that you haven't been in communication. So we've got the Strength card here. I feel it's taken tremendous strength for both of you not to give up on this situation, or to kind of like not want to revisit it or remodel it or even speak to each other. And I feel just like you, they have something, wow. They have something to share. So it could be that when you connect, Aquarius, and send that tiny message, however it resonates, they're having to tell you about a situation that they need to leave in order to create the future with you. But yeah, they want a very intimate relationship with you. They want something that's very solid, very grounded, has a huge amount of stability in there. And look, the world, they want this completion, because over here they haven't spoken a truth. They want to tell you exactly how they feel about this past situation and how they feel about you. So you in effect coming in and speaking to them and them speaking a truth, the cycle's complete. You're supposed to come back together. They do want a victory with this as well. They want to be able to speak to you, to create a situation with you. They also want the Ten of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional, material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. They too have been hiding things. Important psychic insights. They intuitively knew what was going on even when you left. Events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. It's almost like, okay, do I go down that road again? Because it may bring about immense instability. Do I reconnect with Aquarius? Do I open, in effect, Pandora's box? Do I invite that energy back in? How's that energy changed? Well, if you're soulmates and you're picking up on each other's energy, then yes, you'll feel the shift in energies. Okay, so like I said, you're in Serenos mode anyway, so your energy that you're putting out is so much more potent. They'll be able to interpret those energy shifts on a whole different level. So we've got the Four of Fire. Yeah, they do want to reconnect with you, okay? Content with peace and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project, being able to speak to you again. Eight of Earth, learning all there is to know about each other. Knight of Fire. So you messaging brings about this kind of like restlessness within them. They know that they want to they want to connect with you, reconnect, rebuild, whatever it is, this situation, but they also know that they have a situation to cut over here. So think things through carefully. They're in this kind of like, oh, okay then, Aquarius has come back, let's move towards them energetically. Oh, can't do that. There is something that needs to be resolved over here. And it's not just the past with you, I feel it is a situation for them. But they are going to get some resistance. Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So they're getting nonsense thrown at them for even thinking about reconnecting with you. And it could be through mutual friends. So whoever it is, it could be with this connection over here, trying to dissuade them from reconnecting, trying to dissuade them from building a future with you, Aquarius. So I feel that when they come in and say, no, closed statement, this is my belief, this is my decision for the future, back off. Look, we've got the Two of Fire. They've come into their own. New contracts, new partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So I feel that when they make a decision to defend this, everybody goes, okay then, if that's what you want for the future, there you go. You're free to do that. Three of Fire. Abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time, make long-term plans. So it's not going to be a done deal in 3 seconds. It is going to require effort, time and effort on both of your parts to make this a reality. And we've got the Balance card here. So they do... both of you are of the same mindset. So falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, like I said, perfect timing, an enhanced intuition. A new home could be that you want to move not only your heart, this person, but move towards you in a very physical sense, as in home maybe. But they're having to balance themselves out, like the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, compromise, and wait for perfect timing. So wow. Anything else for this person? How do they feel about Aquarius, please? How do they feel about Aquarius? So yeah, they know it's down to divine timing. They want a very truthful, just like you, mirroring you, King of Earth. Successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, and the Midas touch. So they want to be very confident about the future. Queen of Water, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. And I think that's just through you messaging them. So they want to nurture this connection. They want to take your cup of love, Aquarius, and they want to fall in love with you all over again. Look, but they're having to balance themselves out. So I feel that when you come towards them with that message, it's going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works for them. It's kind of like busy energy. What do I do? Okay, calm down. That's exactly what they're going to have to do, because they're popping with emotion over here. They're riding this tsunami, this wave of just pure love, and they're going to have to temper themselves out. They can't get too giddy, because there is a situation over here that they need to shed. Yep, Seven of Earth, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. The Wheel, a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. And just like you as well, mirroring you, the High Priestess, listen to your intuition, have patience, carefully consider what you want before acting. But I feel that when you come in and be consistent, and this person's of the mindset of, okay then, yeah, let's get going then. Let's put some time and effort into this. Let's just see if this will work. And they're having to release the past, and they're having to release a situation. The end of a phasal situation. There we go. You coming back in. Spiritual transformation, time to move on. They do want to speak to you. Like Knight of Air, events that occur with great speed. You coming in. and sending them a message. The Empress, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So they want to come in and nurture, grow this connection. Gorgeous. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. And the Nine of Water. Your wishes come true, concerns fade away in the love of life. So it's a renewed love of life for them. Wow. Okay. And we also have here ego, bruised ego from this situation here. False sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts, a sense of lack, and things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. So we've got emotional depletion. And yeah, Six of Earth gives, and they want to put the time and effort into it now as well. Well, any more cards? How does this person feel about Aquarius, please? On this very long reading again. Very long reading. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? No. Okay. So what do we have for Aquarius in relation to this reading, please? Aquarius in relation to this reading. No here for some reason. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Ooh, abundance. That's gorgeous. Flipping the cards out there. Anything else? Yeah. A year from now. So it is going to take time. I don't ever see that as a full-blown year. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else? Yep. We also have meditation may provide answers. We've got don't stop. Ask your angels. So that's anybody that gives you good, solid, grounded, clear advice here. It could be mutual friends. Anything else for Aquarius, please? And we also have listen to your intuition. We also have within the next few weeks, so that's reconnecting. I feel that this really, if you look at the amount of time that's on the board, it, like I said, it's been a long time coming. So this could be, it's been a year of waiting for you to reconnect. So that time could have already dissipated. And we've got success here as well. So what else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Oh, there we go. You didn't think it was possible. Forgiving and learning as you release. You didn't think it was possible to leave the past behind. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. We've also got abundance. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It is. Yeah, it's taken time. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. Yes, you have. Okay, so anything else? Anything else? Anything else? We've also got meditation brings answers, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. We've got ask your angels, true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. We've got here don't stop, careers and finance, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Well, that's you working on it. Listen to your intuition. We've got separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I feel that this fallow period that you're having or had or going to have between you will give you the kind of like the answers that you need in order to move forward. And look at this, within the next few weeks, we've got very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. What was it saying about children? This is so spooky. Right, okay, so we've got here success, children are affected. Your love life is being affected by children, but the children are going to say success, yeah, go ahead and do it. Whoever you are, regardless of gender, the kids are going to say to you, do it. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. We've got here soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Anything else? Oh, crumbs. We've got free yourself from the past. It's time to take back control of your life. Success, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Anything else? Anything else? Oh. We've got here, let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally, stay optimistic about your love life. So that's talking about, it's talking about perfect timing. So don't push it. If you reconnect as friends and then build upon that, that's fine. But stay optimistic because it may take time. May take time. They've just spat all the cards everywhere. Wow. Okay. So the one card that came here was religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing, spiritual path, but I think that you've gone through a bit of a spiritual transformation, so of course it's going to be affected by that because you're revisiting. But we've got four cards that have fallen on the floor, and when I mean a floor, it's a floor, it's a concrete floor, so it's quite difficult to get them out. Actually, engagement, see, being able to speak to each other. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, yeah, because you're opening a dialogue. You deserve love, you are lovable, this person loves you too. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life, but in effect you're kind of like manifesting them in. And love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive because you're coming from a place of high vibration, not low vibration. Anything else? So we're just going to sign it off with some Moonology cards here. Anything else? So we also have confidence is your key to success. Anything else? Time to give rather than to take. This one that's just fallen on the floor. We also have show the world the real you and how you feel about this person. You're very close to achieving your goals. Be bold and make the first move. Just message. Your commitment is being tested. Meditate and contemplate. And what do you need to release? I think a situation and negativity, and just release the past, because the past is gone. You can't ever get that past back. Communication is key. Just send a message. Anything else? Anything else? Your hard work is paying off. Have faith in your dreams. The energy is gaining momentum. Believe in the impossible. Step out of your comfort zone. Nothing is yet set in stone. And look at the bigger picture. Wow, a lot of cards there. If that did resonate with you, Aquarius, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. And I love you loads. Take care. Oh, actually, if you check the description box below the video, there's lots of information in there for you. Okay, I'm on Facebook. You can come over and connect with me on there. Personal readings, all the information's in there for you as well. There's a free advisory service. Isn't in the form of readings, okay? I do have people come to me and ask for guidance. And me being me, I will pull some cards for you, but it's not a full reading, okay? I have to, and it's awful to say because as an empath I am guided to help you, which is brilliant, but for those of you that think that, okay, and I have had it, a lot of people are thinking, okay, I'll ask her for some guidance, but then I'll just ask her for a free personal reading. It doesn't work like that. For personal readings, I have to use my energy, okay, to connect with yours, which is very taxing, and that's the reason why personal readings are they have a monetary value attached to that. I'm not saying that my energy is not worth, you know, money, but what I'm saying is it takes a tremendous amount of effort on my part to connect with you, to give you a reading. So if you are going to come to me for advice, it will be but it will be in the form of advice and not of reading. Sometimes I do it. So for those of you who have had some cards pulled, please do not send people my way expecting a personal reading for free. These are free, and it takes a tremendous amount of time and effort. I've had people that have had, God bless them, seriously, they are the most beautiful people in the world, that have had free personal readings, won in a competition, but they've actually said to me, no, I want to pay. I would like to pay you for your time and effort. So I think I need to be a little bit more stricter on there, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, if you're coming to use a free advisory service, it is through chat, however that is, through email, messenger, but it won't be a personal reading. Okay, so don't come with preconceived expectations. Okay, I do love to help people, and I will in any way, shape or form, but it's getting very busy out there with the free advisory service, and it's not have to make healthy boundaries, which is what I keep saying to you guys to do. You need to make healthy boundaries in every form of life, and even I have to do them, and I have to acknowledge that sometimes, and I don't do that type of thing either. It goes against the grain because I am an empath, so I'm setting that healthy boundary. So I don't know why I've told you all of that. Anyway, if it did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button, and I love you loads. Take care.